Hello and welcome to Outstanding English. My name is Todd Elbrovitz. In this video, we're going to talk about the verb have in the present simple tense. We use have to talk about possessions, things that belong to us and things we own. We can say, their family has a large house and he has several cats. We use have to talk about friends and family, like she has a few close friends and I have an older brother, or that couple has 2 children. We use have to talk about appearance. I have brown hair and brown eyes. We also use have to talk about symptoms and illnesses, like she has a headache, but she doesn't have a fever, and our son has the flu. We also use have to talk about some things we do. We could say, I have a drink with my coworkers after work. We could say, they always have a good time when they see each other. When we make a positive sentence, we have I, you, e, they have, or he, she, it has. 2 examples are, you have a new car and he has a toothache. To make a negative sentence, we have I, you, e, they don't have, which is a contraction of do not and have, or he, she, it doesn't have, which is a contraction of does not and then have. So we might say, they don't have a new car, or she doesn't have a toothache. Let's spend a moment practicing. These exercises and a few more are available in a shared Google Doc in the description below this video. Please fill in the blanks with have, has, don't have, or doesn't have. Pause this video while you're doing it in the Google document, on a scrap piece of paper, in your notebook, or in your head. Let's take a look at our answers. Number 1 says, my coworker has a very comfortable chair in her office. Number 2 says, they don't have lunch in the break room. Number 3 says, you have a fever. Please go home and rest. Number 4 says, she's an only child. She doesn't have any brothers or sisters. Number 5 says, he has a cup of coffee before work. And number 6 says, my parents have a large vegetable garden. Are your answers okay? If so, let's move on. This chart shows how to create yes or no questions and short answers. We have do or does, followed by our subject, and have. So do comes before I, you, e, they, and does comes before he, she, it. We could ask, do you have enough money? And 2 answers would be yes I do or no I don't. Does he have a pen? Yes he does or no he doesn't. Does she have a stomach ache? Yes she does or no she doesn't. For WH questions, we have our WH question word, followed by do or does, our subject, and have. Some examples are, what does she have for breakfast? She has a donut and a coffee for breakfast. Why does he have so many shoes? He has so many shoes because he loves shoes. How often do they have parties? They have parties at least once a month. If who is a subject, don't use do or does. This example says, who has my stapler? Oh, Jerry has my stapler. In this exercise, unscramble the questions and write answers to them. You can do this in the Google Doc, in your notebook, on scrap paper, or in your head. Let's take a moment looking at what you wrote. Some of my answers in orange might be different than your answers. Number 1, did you write, how many legs does a spider have? It has 8 legs. Number 2 says, what kind of phone do you have? I wrote, I have an old iPhone. Number 3, do you have any brothers or sisters? My answer is, yes I do, I have a brother. Number 4, what color fur does a polar bear have? It has white fur. And number 5 says, do ostriches have wings? Yes, they do. They just can't fly. Thank you for joining me here at Outstanding English. If you liked today's content, hit that outstanding like button and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.